Now we come to the multi-line parallel axis graph. Well, in this graph, the different axes are the columns that we want to deal with. Well, the the different axes in this graph are global sales, North America sales, European Union sales, Japan sales, and other sales. Well, as you can see in this graph, the top line represents. This graph has been done for different variables. Well, the different variables over here are publishers, genres, and platforms. So this is done for different variables. So if we come to the platform, we see that this graph looks a bit cluttered, but it can be very well explained by uh, for every uh, for every axis over here. Like for a global sale, this line is for PS2. This means close to 1.2 billion 1.2 billion dollars of revenue has been grossed by PS2. And if you cut it down, like if you break down its sales, then we see that close to 500 like 570 million is for North America, 350 is for Europe, 140 is for Japan, and close to 190 is for 190 or 200 is for the other countries. So this is how you read the graph. As we see, this graph is very good because you can directly come to know which is the best platform where which is the best platform compared to all the other platforms that has performed till now. And we see that PlayStation 2 beats all the other platforms by quite a big margin. We see that PlayStation 2 uh, we also see that PlayStation 2 is not the favorite everywhere. Just actually it comes as the second best in different continents. If you see the North America sales, in North America, Xbox is preferred. In Europe, PS3 is preferred. That is, you can say that because you can count PS3 as a part of PS2 because it's an upgrade to PS2. And in Japan, like I said, DS has a very big fan base in Japan, and they love Nintendo DS and all the games that are played that works on Nintendo DS. Well, this is also an interactive graph. So what we can do over here is we can select a particular region that we want to look at. Like if we want to see the platforms which have global sales ranging from 200 to 500, North America sales ranging from 150 to 100, uh, U sales ranging from 150 to 50, Japan sales ranging from 80, 80 to 40, and this is all in millions that I'm talking about, and other sales ranging from 40 to 80 million dollars. We see that there's just one such uh, platform, that is PSP. So you can do this for many other different gaming platforms, and this can give you uh, very good results based on what exactly you want. And this is very good because this graph makes it very interactive, very user friendly, which makes sure that uh, the the user knows the user can get what exactly he wants. So this is a pretty interactive graph, and this can be done for, like I said, this can be done for different variables like genres and publishers. uh, so now coming into the next graph that we made, this graph is a streamlined graph where we took the top six publishers and we tried to compare them year wise. Like for the past from 2000, we tried to compare them. Initially, we were like, okay, all of them are performing quite well, all the six publishers, until I said, this is the time when all the publishers were doing pretty good. This is not platform wise because 2000 was the time when PlayStation 2 released, like I said. So these uh, most of the publishers were developing PS2 games over here. But as you come close to 2005, you see a big area over here, and this is Nintendo that is dominating the gaming industry. This is when Nintendo DS was released, and a lot of Nintendo DS games were made by Nintendo, which made sure that they swept. the year 2005 and 2006 completely compared to its other competitors. And this is one of the reasons this area is so wide compared to the other smaller regions for Konami, Activision, Electronic Arts, Ubisoft, and Sony. Now, as we went ahead, we went further through the years. We see that Activision did improve. You see a quite a wide mark over here, wide area over here. The one of the main reasons for this is it released Call of Duty Black Ops, which was really game changing for Activision, because it was one of the game changing shooter games that is still loved by the gaming universe, and it had a lot of game unit sales. Even Electronic Arts has quite a lot of area over here, because uh, NFS Most Wanted, the first Most Wanted, which is considered to be the best game by most of the gamers. If you don't, it had the thing is it had decent graphics, but it had one of the best storylines ever for a game, and that's where NFS changed. The brand of NFS changed, and that's what helped Electronic Arts to maintain uh, this revenue, this thick area for the coming years. This was the point where everything started with NFS Most Wanted, and it's not just NFS, the game, the series of NFS. It also produced games like FIFA, which was again which have a great huge fan base for for the sports game FIFA and all the other sports games that Electronic Arts produces. And Nintendo also, they did maintain quite a lot of they did maintain their consistency. If you see Sony and Ubisoft, they also produced pretty good games. Sony produced games like Minecraft. I mean, who doesn't love Minecraft? Everyone does, right? So quite a lot of Sony's revenue had come from Minecraft, and Ubisoft as well. They released games like Far Cry 2 and Prince of Persia. So these games were quite remarkable for Ubisoft, as they helped them in generating a lot of revenue. As we come closer and closer, we see the graph converges. In 2016, it converges because we don't have a lot of data for 2016. But one of the reasons why this is converging, like uh, compared to a very thick, very wide range over here to something in 2014, 2015. One of the reasons this is happening is the company started producing fewer games compared to what they used to produce like 10 years back. Because right now, most of the companies, they try to hit most of the gaming universe with two or three games which are high end, high graphics, which take quite a lot of time to actually build and make, compared to the previous games that didn't take a lot of time. uh, like it was, if you actually bring it down to size, the games previously were close to like how much, 50, 100 MB max, 500 MB max, and nowadays games close to 50 GB a minute. Like the newest release of Call of Duty is 50 GB. It's a game with close to 50 GB, and that requires massive amount of coding and a massive amount of people to actually build such a game. So that's the reason why the to maintain such high end graphics, the amount of games that are released has decreased, but the quality of the games has increased quite a bit. So this was what our project was, and this is how we visualized data, and we gained quite really keen insights from the data that we visualized. Thank you.